That's true. That's right.
Actually, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't eat pig is because of how genetically close it is to
Uh-huh.
beef.
Is that, but not to us. And that's gonna be in the next video I sent Joby. Not to us. Not to us. That's the next
Of
video.
course,
That's the
not,
next video I sent Joby. Not to
kid,
us.
kid.
Yeah.
Of course, not to us. Reason why it's not to us is because pigs are pink. We aren't.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
But that's in their genome. And
and then
just what Canvas is saying is in the next video. And this is a fact.
and
I'm gonna have
and
Joe
then
play both of them.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm queuing in right
and and
now.
then and then when when you let pigs into the wild, they turn into boars. Okay, they grow skin, tusks, and they become warthogs. Really, like, and they will grow like a
Here.
black. They will become bulkier, bigger, and they will grow black hair. Okay, they will
Share,
they will grow like.
I share the first one or the second one?
Both of them, just anyone, anytime, whichever one you want to share. One time, I'm gonna
And
explain it because he's close, but he thinks it's Satan. Satan created these white people. It's not Satan. No, it's what they got from the making of this Satan thing that the Africans called what the Africans called Ogo. That's where you get
so
the Satan myth from. So he's talking about the demiurge, which I told you the demiurge and the archons created what we call white people. That's a fact.
oh
That's what
yeah.
we know of. So that's what all in your hieroglyphs in Sudan, in Kemet, in the forest is all there. They've written all that shit out. It's in
Even in
Mali.
Mali.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Mali before that was some of the Dogon in Mali. So
And yeah,
so
continue, kid. Continue.
so this is what they're talking about. This is what the young man trying to put together. But he's saying he's calling it Satan, and he's saying what Cameron said. And I told you guys he said they got the lemur, the dog. He said it's not racist. This is what it is. They got the pig, the lemur, and the dog. Why when it gets wet, their hair smells like that. I'm not being racist. This all fact, but they were made by Satan. No, not Satan, dude. But that's what he said. Because we're not this. Hi,
So
Joby.
so before you continue, Joby, do you know a lot of black people have never really interacted with white people closely, so they always see them on TV
That's
in
As
true.
the
videos.
good guy. As the good guy. As the propaganda. As the good guy.
Yeah,
They see him as that's how the propaganda.
yeah.
They're always the heroes. They're always the good guy. They're always
Well,
loving and kind. Yeah, that's how.
propaganda.
Exactly. That's how propaganda works. Exactly.
Yeah.
I
So
seen what you
so
said. Somebody was saying that they said we see you all on TV as the good guys. Then we get to Europe and you're mean as shit. Go again.
no. So when you interact with black people or Kenyans or whatever uh geography you identify with as a black person, when you interact with people that have interacted with white people, they always ask you, "Oh, did you notice they smell weird? Did you
Mm-hmm.
notice that they
What's
have a
that?
scent?" Okay,
Can I tell you
and
our experience? My experience.
mhm, yeah, go ahead.
Me,
What?
Hmm.
our first trip to Tanzania, right?
Hmm.
First ever trip. I was so excited, of course, going out of the country and all
Hmm.
that. Long story short, we were booked an Airbnb,
Hmm.
which we expected to have, of course, full service
Hmm.
of what they said, including Wi-Fi,
Hmm.
washing
Hmm.
detergents, cooking,
Basically living well.
yeah, cooking, whatever equipment and all that.
Hmm.
But it was the opposite.
Hmm.
So there were Germans.
Hmm.
I can't even tell a difference of these motherfuckers. That's this. Sorry,
They were
Some
they were
of us
German.
of the
It's
Italians.
okay. They were
Italians and
German.
Germans are some of the worst people to
I can never tell a
Well,
difference.
interact with.
These people, trust me, I can't. You,
they're the same people, Joe, but just different languages. They're the same
No.
people.
for me, you just don't belong here. That's
Good, good,
you
good.
don't belong here. You need to go. So we'd not known there were Germans at that time.
Hmm.
So first, what happened? I remember the first awkward night.
Hmm.
They told me and Katie to cook outside.
Hmm.
I can't remember the main
Why?
excuse they made exactly. I can't remember the main excuse they made of us not cooking inside, but it was a lame excuse of something about us dirtifying the utensils.
They
And we
they
were
wanted to
we,
be disrespectful on purpose to see if you would
we were
stand for it.
willing to wash because we know. And then Kamlesh, you can also testify to this. Growing up in an African home, after
You do
you
dishes.
have to do dishes exactly. So you can't, especially in an open welcoming home, you have to like
Do dishes.
you have to do dishes after
keep
exactly.
cleanliness.
So as we're moving with I was moving with my African mentality. So the first 2-3 days were in accord. We did dishes after we used them, but the third day we're being told, hey, you cannot cook inside, you have to cook outside. I can't remember the excuse, but it was lame. So we cooked outside.
What?
But we noticed this fuck.
You cooked outside?
These idiots were looking at our ass when we were
While
cooking.
doing?
Yes, when we were cooking outside, like
So
you can't tell, of course, what people are talking, but
pervertism.
you can tell.
You
also
know,
what people-
that's exactly what they did. Look, they wanted to be disrespectful. They wanted
Yeah,
to, for them it's about power, Joby. They want to
yeah,
see African said it's about power. They wanted to power over you, and they wanted to be sexually inappropriate with you and Katie, and they want you to bow down to it.